NMLS 217037 and 145502, and Cal BRE 01869452 and 1866775.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions, as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. But before we get into our intriguing content today, please join me in welcoming our featured guest and repeat offender on Ron Siegel Radio. Been a while. Eileen Oldroyd is with us. Welcome.
Yes, thank you, Ron. So happy to be here.
Glad to have you with us. And let me remind you, if you ever have any more finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are no operators standing by. I am it.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Now, as you know, I look every day at our celebrations of the day. Maybe you don't know that if you're new to the Ron Siegel Radio Show on our newest affiliate, and we welcome KMETAM 1490 to the affiliates of Ron Siegel Radio. We celebrate every day. I look for a celebration each and every day because we do live in the greatest country on earth, even though we've got some challenges like everybody else. But I look today and I see the celebrations, and sometimes you have to just scratch your head and wonder how they come up with the celebrations of the day and the ones that they select.
I got a bad feeling about this.
So today is both National Dive Bar Day and National Father-Daughter Take a Walk Day. I'm just gonna say
it is what it is.
It is what it is. So dive. I don't know. Are there any dive bars even opened right now under the COVID? I know. The ones that have the front door locked, the back door is opened, maybe the windows are all blacked out. Those might be open still. Those of you listening to us on the internet or the podcast versions, your state may have some bars open. Here in Calizuela, they've closed most of them. But having beaten anorexia, I always look for some other form of item here. So today is National Macaroni Day, followed by National Strawberry Sundae Day. Okay, I don't know about macaroni going with strawberry sundaes. That may not be an exciting combination, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Dow Jones Industrial Average now down 172 points. Oh, those guys are kind of loud today. S&P 500 down 4. The NASDAQ never goes down. Oil is up 15 cents a barrel. NASDAQ up 43.02. Driven in large part by, can you believe what's going on with Tesla? I don't know if you own a Tesla. I think that may be your world, because I know that you're into the green world and the energy savings. Tesla, though, up $30 a share today, $1,400. Can you imagine that? I mean, Tesla is down at $400 a share in April, right? When the market took its big dive, March, April timeframe, Tesla went down to about $400 a share. It is up $1,000 since then per share.
Nothing like a little air superiority.
A lot of people liking that Tesla. I don't know if it's got worth an extra $1,000 a share right now. Interest rates, 10-year Treasury down one tick, 0.667. Not good if you are a senior citizen looking to retire. It is extremely good if you are looking for a new home because mortgage rates have been dropping. And I get this call on a regular basis because there's a lot of our private clients that are saying, Ron, should we be refinancing right now? And I've got the same comment for every one of them. Number one, strategy beats rate every time. Strategy beats rate every single time. Always has, always will. So it depends on what your strategy is, what your needs are at any given moment. But right now we're saying for the most part, if you have an option, get in line, get your documents in order, get everything in place, and wait. Because rates have been dropping, more programs are coming online, coming back. We were out of the bank statement business or stated income loans for a long time. They're back now. So a lot of these issues are coming back as we get rid of some of the CARES Act. And I know there's people that are still hurting. But as we get rid of some of the provisions of the CARES Act, number one, realtors are going to have a lot of fun, I believe, because there are going to be some people that are going to say, you know something, I'm not going to try and even think about getting caught up on my mortgage. I'm going to take this opportunity to run. They might take their equity and go to Texas, Tennessee, some of the states that are a little bit more American than Calizuela. There are some that are going to say, you know, some are going to go with a different strategy. There's some that are going to say, I want to get a bigger house. There might be a lot of properties. There's about 5 million homes that are in foreclosure forbearance right now or default forbearance. What's going to happen with those? Well, we're going to talk about those things all the time, as you know we do on Ron Siegel Radio, but here's the issue. Some of these loan programs are coming back because the lenders are all worried about what's called first payment default. There have been some unscrupulous realtors who are out there and lenders saying, get a loan, no payments for 12 months. Well, how do they do that? Well, they buy you a property, you get in the house, and day one you call and you say, I can't make my payment anymore. And you get an automatic 6-month forbearance. You have to figure out how you're going to make that up down the road. But that is happening right now. Then you get the extension or the renewal for another 6 months. That's the issue. So when that expires, and I believe it's going to expire at the end of the month at the same time the unemployment extension falls off, well, then we're going to see a lot of people. We're going to see where the economy really is. So right now, if you're contemplating getting a new home loan, if you're contemplating getting a new home or a refinance, restructure, I'm going to suggest it may be the time to get your documents in order. Talk to your favorite lender. I can put you in touch with our friends at the Siegel Lending Team, our private clients, always looking to help folks, and see if it makes sense for you. If you're not looking at your mortgage, at least on a quarterly basis, shame on you. Do you look at your bank statement quarterly? Do you look at your credit card statements quarterly? Do you look at your 401k, your retirement plans quarterly? But your biggest asset, your biggest liability, you don't look at that quarterly? I'm going to tell you on a monthly basis, if the Siegel Lending Team adopts your mortgage, mbelinks.com/SLT Home Digest, mbelinks.com/SLT Home Digest, you're going to actually get a statement of what the county recorder knows about your property and what the market believes about your property. You get that on a monthly basis. So you can actually keep track of what's going on in your world. Let's see what else is going on in the world right now. Fascinating watching what's going on because unfortunately, unless you're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, you're probably not getting any truth in the media. I looked at the numbers and saw that CNN, the president of the United States, whether you like him or dislike him, he is the president of the United States. No respect. Rodney Dangerfield gets more respect than this president does, especially from the Cannabis News Network. Right? They carried his speeches for about 2 minutes over the weekend on the holiday. MSNBC Hee Haw, right? They carried, I think, 3.5 minutes of these speeches. And then they misrepresent what the president has to say. They pull out the word or words that make them happy. But did you hear anybody talking about all the little kids? And this is the one that just gets you if you've got a heart at all. The kids being killed in New York and in Washington, D.C. and in Chicago. Don't hear about that, do we? Let's defund the police. Well, you defund the police, and now you can say thank you in New York City to Mayor Comrade de Blasio, right? He's not one of the people that you really want to have anything to do with. But he's saying get rid of the undercover police officers. And now we see that the increase in shootings, the increase in homicides in New York is greater than it's been since the 90s, right? And de Blasio wants to tell you how fair-minded he is. Well, as long as you're not at the wrong end of the gun, he's fair-minded. But we'll see what happens as we move forward. There's a lot going on, and we're going to cover these things for you. Again, as I've mentioned to you before, because I have people ask me this all the time, yes, I do pay for, and I do have a private news service, so I can get the information researched for you that you're not going to get in the mainstream media because they don't want you to know it. But we'll share it with you right here on Ron Siegel Radio. When we come back, taking advantage of home buying affordability in today's market, we're going to chat about it. Something about green products. I don't know anything about green products, but I learn when Eileen is with us. And what do you do when unemployment benefits run out? All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Connect with us. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter @Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, shame on you, but the replay is available. Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Did you know that banks and credit bureaus are rewarded financially if you have bad credit? And the worse your credit score is, the more money they can make off of you? How does that make you feel, knowing that banks are getting rich off of your hard-earned money? How does it make you feel, knowing that if a bank or a credit bureau makes a mistake on your credit report, they benefit from it and it hurts you? The Fair Credit Report Act of 1971 requires banks and credit bureaus to report only accurate information, and nearly 100% of all credit reports are inaccurate. If you're sick and tired of being broke and tired of being robbed by the banks, you owe it to yourself and to your family to call Rondi. Rondi is a FICO certified credit professional and has helped thousands of people just like you get out of debt and establish great credit. Rondi's number is 855-608-1990. Again, that's 855-608-1990, or visit creditsanitizer.com. Again, that website is creditsanitizer.com.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Are you a veteran, police officer, firefighter, doctor, nurse, or teacher? If so, you qualify as one of Ron Siegel's VIP heroes, and we have rewards up to $5,000 or $10,000 when you buy, sell, or refinance a home with one of the Ron Siegel radio partners. As one of the heroes, real estate agents will rebate part of their commission, lending partners will give a credit at closing, the title company has special published rates, and many other service providers have incentives too. All you need to do is call Ron Siegel Radio at 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990, or visit VIPHeroProgram.com. Just think about what you will do with all the rebates and incentives from the partners of Ron Siegel Radio. Just call us at 800-306-1990 so we can show you our appreciation for your service.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message. I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Gold Star Mortgage. When you're ready for that next mortgage, Gold Star has the programs and the products. You just need to make the call. Again, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Taking a look at the markets for you. Dow Jones Industrial Average now down 193 points. NASDAQ up 29 points. S&P 500 down 272. 10-year Treasury, the yield, the interest rate is at 0.666, down 2 basis points. Mortgage-backed securities, they are up 14 basis points. We like seeing those go up. There is a bit of a disconnect, as we've talked to you about before. The disconnect, ooh, you got to love that when I move the microphone around and it makes all that squeaking noise in our ears. The disconnect is because the Federal Reserve has been kind of helping to manipulate the mortgage market. I just throw that out there. They're trying to keep it stable is really what they're doing. But all that information I share with you right there is part of that super secret website, google.com. You don't need Ron Siegel Radio for that. What you want from us is, why is that happening? So stocks lower, giving back some of yesterday's gains. Mortgage bonds are higher and breaking above resistance. It's quiet economic news day, but we get a parade of Fed speakers today. We're going to hear from the Atlanta Fed Chair, Raphael Bostic, Vice Fed Chair, Randall Quarles, Richmond Fed Chair, Thomas Barkin, San Francisco Fed Chair, Mary Daly. All of them out there chatting. On the housing front, CoreLogic released their home price index appreciation report for May. Remember, when we get CoreLogic numbers, they're always a bit of a lag, showing that home prices rose 0.7% from April to May on a year-over-year basis. Home prices were up 4.8%, down from previously 5.4%. Washington, 5%. San Diego, you're up 4.9%. And Vegas, 4.8%. They led the gains. CoreLogic forecasts home prices will drop 0.1% from May to June, and they expect prices to fall 6.6% in the year going forward. Their forecast dropped significantly from down 1.3%. Dr. Frank Nothaf, chief economist for CoreLogic, said, quote, pending sales and home purchase loan applications are higher than in June of last year and reflect the buying activity of millennials. By the end of summer, buying will slacken, and we expect home prices will show declines in metro areas that have been especially hard hit by the recession. CoreLogic also mentions that a lot of the demand was pent up from spring to summer, and elevated unemployment, purchase activity, and home prices could fall off after the summer. I don't believe that forecast, as I think that there'll be a surge and then a level off, but off of decent levels. How can you, I'm just wonder about Dr. Nothaf's commentary when we saw pending home sales up 43% the other day. So if pending goes up, that means that they're going to close in the next month or two. And he's saying the next month or two that the sales are going to be dropping. I'm just a simple guy here doing a little radio show. I'm not exactly sure how those numbers calculate out. But hey, the good doctor probably knows more than I do. Well, maybe he doesn't. But that is the Mortgage Minute, again, brought to you by our friends at Gold Star Mortgage. When you're ready for that next mortgage, Gold Star has the programs and the products. Now, as I always mention to you, the stats that I'm giving you and the CoreLogic, for instance, other than when I tell you that it was San Diego numbers, those are all national numbers. National numbers are not your neighborhood. Right? When we talk about median home prices, that's basically in certain parts of Orange County and Riverside County. The median home prices are actually what we call a down payment. right? So you can't go using all of those exact numbers. So you always have to call a professional in your neighborhood to find out what those numbers mean in your neighborhood. Speaking of a professional in your neighborhood, Eileen Oldroyd is with us. So what do you see? Let's make sure we get that back there so we can hear you.
There we go.
And make sure that our guys hear you okay. We all want to hear Eileen. So what are you seeing in your neighborhood?
Well, before I say that, I just want to mention that today is National Dive Bar Day.
Yes.
Which is like bringing me back to my college roots. Yeah. So I would say that even though today's National Dive Bar Day, I would imagine there's not a lot of dive bars that are open.
You know something? I think that I went to a dive bar in my college days, but I'm not sure I remember. I'll just throw that out there.
Throw it out there. But it's always nice to every once in a while visit one of those places. You're like, what was it? You know, what was the allure of going to a dive bar? Like, yeah.
I don't think we knew any better.
We didn't. It was cheap beer. You know, they used to have like these dollar drink nights.
Yeah.
You could drink for $5. You know.
Well, I don't know if maybe I'm just a unique well, a lot of people say I'm a unique individual for different reasons, but in college it was we go to a restaurant, we order a beer or an iced tea.
Right.
At happy hour time.
Exactly.
And we sat there for an hour, called that dinner, and spent, our $1.75 for an iced tea or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And that was dinner in those days,
That
right?
was. Yeah.
The only thing that's changed now is I go to a nicer restaurant at happy hour time. I order my martini, and I'm there maybe another one martini after that, and it's not quite $1.75 anymore.
No, much more, a little bit more expensive.
But we still like those dive bars.
We do.
Kind of crazy.
So what am I seeing in my hood?
Yes.
Well, obviously the market's hot in Orange County. Multiple offers. If it's priced right, you're going to be getting multiple offers. But really, what are we seeing in the green market?
Right.
Which is very interesting because I've been living in this space for years. I've been at the show at least. Well, my hair was a different color. I looked at my own.
I actually had hair back then.
So it's been a while.
Yes.
It's been a while. So things have definitely changed when it comes to green living. And before it was when people thought of green, they thought of solar. That was really where their mind went.
That was all there was.
That's really. That's
or at least all we knew there was.
That's all that we knew that there was. But now, according to, I have a stat here. I wrote it down. Now that we're on live, Facebook Live. I was here when you just started Facebook Live.
Right. Okay. That goes back a day or two.
All these notes in front of me and look like really intelligent on radio. Now I got to have my notes.
So I don't have notes. Does that mean I don't look intelligent? I'm just throwing that. Well, don't answer that, please. Don't answer that.
But according to Fortune 500, about 27% of the CEOs believe that their workforce will not be coming back to the office.
Wow.
That's a significant number. So that means that they'll be working from home. And when being confined, sequestered to our homes, we were realizing that things needed to be changed, that we could no longer work from our laptop from the couch, that was not going to work anymore. And
really?
Yeah, that was not going to, well, especially Zoom. I had to reformat my entire third bedroom because of Zoom.
Sure.
And in fact, I was walking through a house and I was showing property safely. And I thought there was this one room that had beautiful natural lighting. It was separate from the rest of the house. And I thought this would be like this amazing Zoom room. And it reminded me of MTV Cribs, where they would go to these houses and they show these amazing, these amazing rooms, like the Boom Boom Room. Yep. We all wanted to see the Boom Boom Room.
No, wait a second. You're not referring to the Boom Boom Room that used to be in Laguna Beach. That's a different Boom Boom Room.
I was there back in the day. That was a blast. But
speaking of dive bars.
Totally. And so it's like people are looking for good lighting. They're looking for a good broadband. And that means they're looking for smarter homes, because when you were in an office, other people took care of the technology for you.
Sure.
You didn't really have to worry about indoor air quality. You didn't have to worry about broadband. And if you didn't have what you wanted, you just complained to whomever you complained
call
to.
IT, call your supervisor,
call IT,
whatever it is.
They call the building manager, and they would take care of it for you. Like comfort.
Right.
So let's say you were in a room that the air conditioner just blew right on you, and you would call,
Sure.
And have somebody, then some guy in a black shirt would show up and
With his tool belt,
yeah,
and
exactly.
you'd hear him three-quarters of the way down the hall.
Yeah. So all of these things are now you're hyper focused on your home and how comfortable it is, how energy efficient it is, the natural type of lighting that you have, the type of comfort that you have in your home. So these are all features that people are looking for in the future of home builders.
And this week especially, because I did look at some of our friends out in the Palm Springs area. I saw it was 117 degrees right here in Orange County. I think it's supposed to be in the mid 90s. I used to go to my office in order to, or an office, and that way I would, it wasn't on my dime in keeping it cool. Or we would go to Starbucks. Right? You can't go to an office right now. You're not going to Starbucks right now. So I wonder if we're going to see any kind of a salary compensation for people working at home based on, the extra costs you have working at home.
That's an interesting concept. I've never really thought about that, but let's think it through. If you talk about offices that would allow flexible hours because of traffic.
Sure.
So if you wanted to go there early in the morning or later in the afternoon, whatever it was,
right,
in order to have flex, and they would make compensation for that, or for the toll roads, they would give you compensation for that. But if they did their research, maybe there could be some type of structure for insulating your home, for making it more comfortable, for helping you with your energy bill. Because really, what you don't want in a home are big temperature fluctuations. Like you don't want to start.
Ruins my wine.
Doesn't it?
Right.
Let's talk about that. You're a wine guy. You're a wine guy. So let's talk about. Think of a home as wine storage.
Sure.
Like good wine storage is a consistent temperature.
Right.
Because as soon as you start having those fluctuations, that wine goes bad.
Right.
So I know me, I'm menopausal, so that means I have hot flashes throughout the day. So I have temperature. So when my temperature gets hot, I get cranky.
Okay. When my wine gets hot, I get cranky.
You get cranky. Exactly. That's a big investment. So is your energy bill. So when you have a consistent temperature flow in your home, that means that you have good insulation in your home. That means that you have sealed the envelope. You don't have a lot of drafts going through windows, going through doors. And so the benefit of that is a lower energy bill because you don't have to turn on your air conditioning to have like a hot day today. You don't have to turn on your air conditioning all day in order to have consistent, comfortable temperature in your house.
We're going to talk more about this when we come. Whole house fans, what does that mean in all of this stuff? We're going to talk about that when we come back. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. What green products people want in a home post COVID-19. We're chatting about it, taking advantage of the home buying affordability in today's market. What to do when unemployment benefits run out, all that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Connect with us. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter @Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, shame on you. But the replay is available, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Siegel Lending Team offers you buying power. Let's say you can afford a monthly mortgage payment, including principal and interest, of around $1,900. With today's rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage of 3.75%, APR 3.85%, that payment could support a $416,000 mortgage. But if you wait and rates tick up to around 6.5%, which is roughly the average home mortgage rate over the past 30 years, that same $1,900 mortgage payment, including principal and interest, may only be able to support a $314,000 mortgage. That's over $100,000 worth of home you're missing out on by waiting. That's buying power. All you need to do to get started is reach out to the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Payment example excludes taxes and insurance. Call us for full details. 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 or SiegelLendingTeam.com. Equal housing lender. Licensed under NMLS number 217037.
Are you purchasing or own a luxury home? If you're like so many others, your home is your largest asset and the mortgage is your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team has some amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates below 4%, 15-year It's near 3.5. And if you can believe it, 7-year interest only hybrids in low threes. The Siegel lending team has all the options for your jumbo or second home loan requirements. Take advantage of them while you can. To learn more about all the other financing products available from the Siegel lending team, call 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Again, call 1-800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender.
Homeowners that are 62 and older are about to find out a great way to live a better retirement. It's called a reverse mortgage, and SLT can help you learn more. Call the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990 right now to receive your free booklet with no obligation. It answers questions like how a reverse mortgage works, how much you qualify for, the ways to receive your money, and more. When you call the experts at Siegel Lending Team today, you'll learn the benefits of a government-insured reverse mortgage, how it will eliminate your monthly mortgage payments, and give you tax-free cash from the equity in your home. Here's the best part: you still own your home. Now is the best time to take control of your retirement. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 to get your free brochure. Call today or visit our website at SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com, or simply call 800-306-1990.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text SLT Home Digest to 79564, SLT Home Digest to 79564. Find out exactly what the county recorder knows about your property. Find out exactly what the market believes about your property. It's a free monthly email that your friends at Ron Siegel Radio will send you with an update on the most expensive asset you have, or the highest valued asset you have, your castle. And probably if you have a mortgage, it's probably the largest debt you have as well. All of that free from your friends at Ron Siegel Radio. Now, taking advantage of home buying affordability, easy for me to say. In today's market, everyone is ready to buy a home at a different time in their lives, and a health crisis or not, today is no exception. Understanding how affordability works and the main market factors that impact it may help those who are ready to buy a home narrow down their optimal window of time to make a purchase. There are three main factors that go into determining how affordable homes are for buyers. Number one is mortgage rates. They are very, very important when you're looking at buying a home. The home mortgage rate is going to probably be the biggest part of your payment. Mortgage payments as a percentage of income. And number three is home prices. The National Association of Realtors produces a housing affordability index, which takes these three factors into account and determines an overall affordability score for housing. According to NAR, the index, quote, measures whether or not a typical family earns enough income to qualify for a mortgage on a typical home at the national and regional levels based on the most recent price and income data. Their methodology states, quote, to interpret the indices, a value of 100 means that a family with a median income has exactly enough income to qualify for a mortgage on a median-priced home. An index above 100 signifies that families earning the median income has more than enough income to qualify for a mortgage loan on a median-priced home, assuming a 20% down payment, unquote. You do not need a 20% down payment. And the Siegel Lending Team has up to $25,000 to help you buy your own home. So the higher the price, the index, the more affordable it is to purchase a home. I am showing on screen right now a graph of the index going back to 1990. The green bar represents today's affordability. We can see that homes are more affordable now than they have been any point since the housing crash, when distressed properties, that's foreclosures and short sales, dominated the market. These properties were sold at large discounts not seen before in the housing market. So why are homes so affordable today? Although there are three factors that drive the overall equation, the one that's playing the largest part in today's home buying affordability is historically low mortgage rates. Based on this primary factor, we can see that it is more affordable to buy a home today than at any time in the last 7 years. If you're considering purchasing your first home or moving up to one you've always hoped for, it's important to understand how affordability plays into overall cost of your home. With that in mind, buying while mortgage rates are as low as they are now may save you quite a bit of money over the life of your loan. Bottom line, if you feel ready to buy, purchasing a home this season may save you significantly over time based on historic affordability trends. Let's chat, see if it works for you. That's the real-time real estate segment, again, brought to you by the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text SLT Home Digest to 79564. Continuing our conversation, we're chatting green this morning with Eileen Oldroyd. She is our green guru. Glad to have you with us.
Thank you, Ron.
You know, it's been a while. It's been several years since you've been on. Is anything new in the green world?
Oh my gosh, there's always something new in the green world. It's hard for me to keep up with it. You know, even though I'm green Eileen, there's like, what's next?
And you're the guru, right? Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, and we know that we're going to have so much stuff going on because of the changing of our whole culture. You know, and you were talking in the last segment about this concept of people not going back. And I've got several folks in my inner circle who are working from home now, and their companies are basically telling them exactly that. They don't plan on coming back to the office. And companies are starting to see that it's the productivity may not be quite as good, but the cost reduction of having that big office with all the cubicles and IT people and air conditioning people and engineers and all that might be benefit to it.
There is a benefit to it, and there was an affiliate of ours with Women's Council of Realtors from Pillar to Post, and he said that the pandemic has accelerated evolution of where we wanted to be in the world. You know, where
that makes sense.
Accelerated evolution. It was like we knew that we wanted to be more remote, or use more technology. And this has definitely forced us into it. So when we look at our home, as you were mentioning earlier about the total cost of living, it's more than the mortgage. So the mortgage is part of the total cost of living.
Sure.
There's also utilities, and there's also the upkeep of your home.
Right.
And what we're learning is that now that people are working from home, they realize how durable their home is not. That they perhaps got products like it's the IKEA kind of box furniture mentality versus heirloom furniture mentality. The box furniture got you through college. It was great. It was temporary. But now we're looking for more. We're looking for homes that are a lot more durable. They're a lot more sustainable. And when people say the word sustainable, they say that it's a green thing. It is green.
Sure.
Because you have it's like a boxer in a fight. The idea that a home is sustainable and resilient. So a sustainable home, if you relate to it as a boxing match, that a sustainable meaning that you can go all 12 rounds, that you can go for the long haul. And a resilient home or a resilient fighter is one that can take a hard hit and get back up again. So here we are in this pandemic, which is the world's biggest disruptor known to man.
Sure.
And we could look at our homes and say, where is my home sustainable and where is my home resilient? So you're sitting on a couch and you're realizing that this couch cannot handle 12 hours of me doing Zoom on a couch. Maybe I should get a house. Maybe I should get a couch.
Get a comfortable chair.
Right. But here, I broke it down. So first of all, is the total cost of ownership. In the green world, we need to look at where we can reduce our utility bills.
Okay.
And where we can get products that are sustainable and that are resilient to long-term use, right?
Right.
So, and we also need to look at where our products are locally sourced, because these builders, when they're trying to get product from China, they couldn't get it anymore. So where can we be creative and get products that are local and helping the local industry, and also a little bit more green, because we also had to deal with drywall years ago that was from China that was susceptible to a lot of mold and had toxic product in it.
Yeah, a little asbestos here and there.
Okay. So if you look at a home that is now, if you're hypersensitive what's happening in your home, and you realize, oh my God, I have this let's say a vanity, so this bathroom vanity that really isn't up to par, that it's the wood is deteriorating, we need to get a better vanity. So you go to your local store, or maybe you have a custom cabinet builder build you a good solid product that will last a really long time. That's being green. Because it's a quality product. You're not going to be putting this in the landfill in the next 5 years. It's going to be a long-term product, and hopefully where it's coming from. You're helping a local business.
Okay.
So those are the things that people are looking for. They're becoming really aware of their indoor air quality. Before, you would work in an office, you'd go home, and you really wouldn't pay that much attention. But
we have the windows open because it was cool at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Now we've got, my house, our windows are all closed because I've got the air conditioner running all day. So yeah, you're gonna have to change the filters more frequently and whatnot.
Right, exactly. But people are, I would say that it's like, where's my stat here? That 72% of Americans believe their homes had an impact on their health. 51% said it was important to upgrade the ventilation system.
Wow.
Yeah. So that means they are conscious of the air that they breathe when we spend 90% of our time indoors. And what are they looking for when it comes to a ventilation system? What they should be looking for is that the system is a closed system, that there's no cracks in their ducting system, that the air that leaves their HVAC system goes through their ductwork with no holes, no gaps, and that it gets to their living space.
I want to talk to you about that when we come back, because that's a big issue. Because are you trying to condition the air of your attic or Riverside County or Orange County? What are you trying to condition? So I want to talk to Eileen about that when we come back. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, how is that ducting working? We'll chat about that. We're going to also talk a little bit, I don't know, maybe we won't. I'll think about it over the break. What do you do when unemployment benefits run out? We might skip that so we can talk to Eileen a little bit more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Connect with us. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter @Ron Siegel. And again, if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
In the home of your dreams, or simply what you think you can afford? Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Most businesses struggle to get the online reviews they need to get a competitive edge over their competition. Rex is a brand new technology that uses text messages to direct happy clients to your online review sites, Zillow, Google, Facebook, and Yelp, and unhappy clients to a private survey, so businesses can win more customers. Try Rex today by going to www.meetrex.com.
Are you currently renting a home? Do you like paying someone else's mortgage payment? Why not explore the options to purchase your own home? Can you imagine a 30-year fixed-rate loan below 4.25% APR? This means with $10,500, you can purchase a $295,000 home and have a principal and interest payment of about $1,400 per month. What are you paying in rent? Does your family deserve the opportunity to take advantage of the current market? To learn more about these exciting opportunities, the Siegel Lending Team is standing by to speak with you. Call now 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com or 1-800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender. Not endorsed or sponsored by any government agency.
Do you have a goal of mortgage-free home ownership? What if your home was valued at $500,000? Are you aware that a free and clear home could be costing you $2,500 every month, $30,000 per year? The mortgage planners at the Siegel Lending Team would like to show you how you can own your home, generate tax-free income, and accumulate family wealth. You simply need to call the Ron Siegel team at 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990. By sending the team a copy of your most recent mortgage statement, the team will send you a no-obligation real estate plan. You be the judge if this is right for your family. Again, all you have to do is send the team a copy of your mortgage statement by email to reap@ronsiegelradio.com or call today. Ron Siegel, 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990.
Subject to change and without notice. Licensed by the California DOC and BRE NMLS 217037 and 145502 and Cal BRE 01869452 and 1866775.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime. At 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Your Credit Matters segment today being brought to you by CreditSanitizer.com. You have a credit report. It's wrong. They all are. What are you doing about it? I've been looking at credit reports, like I've told you many, many times, since the 90s, maybe even the 80s. And I've never, ever seen a credit report that's completely accurate. Never. I've seen a report, true FICO score, not the FACO or Vantage score. True FICO score as high as 834. It had errors on it. And I'm just telling you, they are all wrong. So make sure you take a look at them on a regular basis. Make sure yours is corrected. That's the end of the Your Credit Matters segment today. We're going to talk about the unemployment. So you have to tune in tomorrow. I don't like always giving those teases, but with not always have an opportunity to chat with a green expert here. And Eileen is with us, so I want to learn more. I hope you're getting some good information from Eileen. As you know, I don't do any kind of interviews. I don't do interrogations. I like to just have conversations. And it's fun because some of the folks that come on, we do absolutely no preparation. I mean, I knew going in that Eileen is the green expert of the world, but we get to just chat and I get to learn all kinds of things. So we were talking before the break, and if you missed it, we were talking about the impact on health, air quality on health, and ventilation systems. And I got a new air conditioner last year, so I think my air conditioner is fairly good. But ducting, that was a big question. So, I mean, what's in your ducting? We don't know.
Well, if there's holes in your ducting, there's creatures. Either.
Oh, that's special.
So, and what they leave behind, the guests that are the roommates that you have in your attic that, don't clean up after themselves. So when you have a duct system that has holes in it, that's getting in your air that you breathe. So it's kind of
isn't
like
that kind of special?
I know, right? It's like this double whammy.
Yeah, that brings us down a whole notch right there.
Right, because you're like you were saying earlier, it's like when your air conditioning is going through your attic, that if you have holes in your ducting, you're air conditioning your attic, and that's just a waste of money there.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so, what are your thoughts about the whole house fans?
I like whole house fans. I think they're really a cost-effective way to cool down your home very quickly in the afternoon, where you come home, or if you used to come home, but where it's your house is all stuffed up, and you open up the whole house fan, you get all that fresh air in. You have to open up your windows when you use your whole house fan, get fresh air in there, and then it's your air conditioning or your heating doesn't have to work as hard when you use a whole house fan.
So you can save a little bit of money. And from what I understand, I haven't checked this out in a while, but I think it was like $700, something like that, for a whole house fan, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, in that range. I'd say with the install, I would budget about $1,200.
About $1,200.
Yeah, I'd budget about $1,200.
And that's going to save us some money on air conditioning.
Absolutely. And that is like our house. We have a single-story home in Mission Viejo. Right now, the temp today is going to be about 95 degrees. Our air conditioning won't go on until about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Wow.
Yeah, and we don't. And our energy bills are below $100 every month, and we don't have solar on our home. And it's because we took time.
Wait, back up here, because that's a key thing. Everyone says, well, you got to have solar, and then you're going to cut your energy bill down.
No.
So you don't have solar.
We do not have solar.
And you're still under $100 a month.
Under $100, and we have a pool. So we have a pool.
Wow.
So we installed a variable speed pool pump, not a dual speed, a variable speed. So it runs for hours on about the same amount of electricity of a 100-watt bulb.
Wow.
So that's our first investment. You can get a rebate from your local utility company for that, about $200. So that paid for itself in 6 months, and that reduced our energy bill by $75 a month by doing the variable speed pool pump.
Okay, so that reduced by $75 a month.
Mhm.
And what does something like that cost?
The unit itself is about, you can get it for between $850 to $1,200. It's usually a pent air. I don't know the actual number, but a pent air variable speed pool pump.
So 12 to 15 month payoff.
Oh no, that would have paid itself in 6 months.
6 months.
That's paid itself off in about 6 months. Yeah.
Okay.
Because we got the rebate from
Oh.
the electricity company. Yeah, that was about $200 rebate, $250 rebate.
Okay.
But you have to get the unit that they recommend. You just can't get any unit. You have to have a list of.
So make sure you check with your electric company
Exactly.
before you do that. It's either the city of Anaheim or Southern California Edison
Right.
or
San Diego Gas.
San Diego
and
Gas and Electric.
Yeah,
One of those.
exactly. Then the other thing we did is we did research on our roof. We needed a new roof, and we did research on what are the products that could reduce the heat in our attic. It came out to a radiant barrier, and
Okay.
a radiant barrier is about 1/4 of an inch thick, and that's it. And it reduced the temperature in our attic by about 40 degrees.
40
Yeah,
degrees.
40 degrees. So we no longer had the easy bake oven in our attic. So we weren't fighting, a 78-degree home with a 140-degree attic. That it was kind of like homeostasis. It was all it wasn't the same temperature, but it just wasn't as hot in our
Sure.
attic. And that helped us reduce that. That allowed us to have our air conditioner come on and later in the afternoon rather than 10 o'clock in the morning. So it just
Big difference there. Now that's going to be more
difference.
expensive. The new roof is expensive.
Very expensive, but we were replacing the roof anyway. And now that we're saving ourselves, $150 a month on our energy bill, it's less expensive than it makes our house more comfortable, makes our house more durable, and we don't have to put solar on our home.
And if you're smart, you can finance that new roof and make sure you put the savings into that payment if you're needing a new roof. I mean, obviously you don't want to just go out and buy a new roof. That's an expensive project.
One. But you don't have to have a new roof in order to put radiant barrier in.
Oh, really?
Attic, right. You could actually install it on the inside of an attic.
Okay.
Rather than putting it between the layers of the roof, roofing tiles, you can actually put it in your attic, and that'll help too.
That's an interesting thought. I hadn't heard that one before. So that's save, and again, saving a lot of money right there.
Right.
So that you're not, again, the air conditioner not coming on. If you've got a big house, if you're out in the Inland Empire, if you're in the hotter areas, and it gets warmer out there in Riverside and in Coachella Valley. So any of these things are crazy.
But the last thing is that one thing that people are really looking forward to, because we only have a few more minutes together, is smart technology. And people want to be a home controller. Like if you're sitting in your Zoom room, your new boom room,
right.
Your Zoom room, and you're part of a meeting that you cannot leave. How nice would it be to have on your phone the ability to check your cameras if you have cameras, like your Ring, control your temperature, control your pool pump. All of those things are controlled by your smartphone or your smart device. And there's a lot of, especially with your Nest thermostat or smart thermostat,
sure,
or starting your crock pot, or starting your oven, or starting your coffee maker. All these things can be controlled by your phone.
And there's a lot of security in that too. I have lights around our property that go on and off. And I had somebody say to me, "Well, what time do you have it set to go on?" And I said, "Well, it changes every day because it's based on, I think it goes on an hour and a half before sunset or something like that."
Right. Even your irrigation.
Right.
You can control everything. You know, you are the master of your own domain with your smartphone.
Gets me in trouble with my wife because she says I turn off the lights on her and she does.
What kind of mood you're in?
Exactly.
You know, so it's like turn the lights, pink.
There we go.
Red. You know, there's so many sexy features out
So you can
there.
have fun.
Absolutely, but the Nest thermostat or the smart thermostat's number one way to control your energy bill is the smart thermostats. I highly recommend it. In fact, we had a second home in Sedona for years, and we used to control the temperature from California. Yeah.
We have a lot of folks that have done that, especially if they've got a second home out in the Coachella Valley. They're doing that because they want it. They can leave it at 85 when they're not there.
Exactly.
But when they're on their way or the day before, they're going to set it a little bit earlier. Great information as always. We appreciate Eileen Oldroyd giving us information on our green homes, all that and more. So you can listen to us anytime. Hey, as I always ask, set that first radio preset button to come back here every day to join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks to John and Sean, who are both engineering us today. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.
Tides that I tried to swim again.